Tokyo. Tokyo, the capital of Japan, is a bustling city with over 14 million residents as of 2023. The Greater Tokyo area, which includes Tokyo and 6 neighboring prefectures, is the world's most populous metropolitan area. Tokyo serves as Japan's economic center and the seat of both the Japanese government and the Emperor of Japan. The city has undergone rapid reconstruction and expansion since the late 1940s, contributing to the country's economic miracle. As of 2023, Tokyo is home to 29 of the world's 500 largest companies. The city has hosted several international events, including the Summer Olympics and Paralympics in 1964 and 2021. It also hosted 3 G7 summits in 1979, 1986, and 1993. Tokyo is an international research and development hub and academic center, with several major universities, including the University of Tokyo. Tokyo Station is the central hub for the Shinkansen, Japan's high-speed railway network, and Shinjuku Station is the world's busiest train station. Tokyo Skytree is the world's tallest tower, and the Tokyo Metro Ginza line is the oldest underground metro line in Asia-Pacific. Tokyo's nominal gross domestic output was 113.7 trillion yen, or $1.04 trillion in FY 2021, accounting for 20.7% of the country's total economic output. Including the Greater Tokyo area, Tokyo is the second-largest metropolitan economy in the world after New York, with a 2022 gross metropolitan product estimated at $2.08 trillion. Although Tokyo's status as a leading global financial hub has diminished since the 1990s, it remains a large financial hub and one of the world's most livable cities. Etymology. Tokyo, originally known as Edo, was a kanji compound of e and to, meaning cove, inlet, or entrance, gate, door. Its name was changed to Tokyo during the Meiji Restoration in 1868, as it became the new imperial capital. This change was in line with East Asian tradition of including the word capital in the name of the capital city. During the early Meiji period, the city was sometimes called Tokiai, an alternative pronunciation for Tokyo. Some surviving official English documents use the spelling Tokiai, but this pronunciation is now obsolete. History. Tokyo, originally a village in Edo, Japan, was fortified by the Edo clan in the late 12th century and was first fortified by Oda Dokan in 1457. In 1590, Tokugawa Ieyasu was granted the Kanto region by Toyotomi Hideyoshi and moved there, expanding the castle and ruling the region from there. The imperial house of Japan was still the de jure ruler, and the title of shogun was granted by the emperor as a formality. During the Edo period, the city enjoyed a prolonged period of peace known as the Pax Tokugawa, which helped to perpetuate the lack of any serious military threat to the city. The absence of war-inflicted devastation allowed Edo to devote the majority of its resources to rebuilding in the wake of consistent fires, earthquakes, and other natural disasters that plagued the city. By the 18th century, Edo grew into one of the largest cities in the world with a population reaching 1 million. However, this prolonged period of seclusion came to an end with the arrival of American Commodore Matthew C. Perry in 1853, forcing the opening of the ports of Shimoda and Hakodate, leading to an increase in demand for new foreign goods and subsequently a severe rise in inflation. Social unrest mounted in the wake of these higher prices, culminating in widespread rebellions and demonstrations. Supporters of the emperor leveraged the disruption caused by widespread rebellious demonstrations to further consolidate power, leading to the overthrow of the last Tokugawa shogun, Yoshinobu, in 1867. After the overthrow of the Tokugawa shogunate, the emperor became both the de facto and de jure ruler of the country. Hisoka Meijima advocated for the relocation of the capital functions to Tokyo, recognizing the advantages of existing infrastructure and the vastness of the Kanto Plain compared to the relatively small Kyoto Basin. The city of Tokyo was officially established on May 1, 1889, and the Imperial Diet, the national legislature of the country, was established in Tokyo in 1889. In 1942, Tokyo City merged with Tokyo Prefecture to form the Tokyo Metropolis, aiming to create a more centralized and efficient administrative structure. The Tokyo Metropolitan Government became responsible for both prefectural and city functions while administering cities, towns, and villages in suburban and rural areas. The Doolittle Raid on April 18, 1942 marked the first direct foreign attack on Tokyo, which demonstrated the vulnerability of the Japanese mainland to air attacks and boosted American morale. Large-scale Allied air bombings of cities in the Japanese home islands, including Tokyo, began in late 1944 when the U.S. seized control of the Mariana Islands. The bombings killed between 75,000 and 200,000 civilians and left more than half of the city destroyed. From 1945 to 1972, Tokyo became the base from which the Allied occupational forces administered Japan for 6 years. The original rebuilding plan of Tokyo was based on a plan modeled after the Metropolitan Green Belt of London, devised in the 1930s but cancelled due to the war. However, due to the monetary contraction policy known as the Dodge Line, the plan had to be reduced to a minimal one focusing on transport and other infrastructure. In 1947, the 35 pre-war special wards were reorganized into the current 23 wards. Tokyo experienced fast economic growth until around 1950, when heavy industry output returned to pre-war levels. Since the end of the Allied occupation in 1952, Tokyo's focus shifted from rebuilding to developing beyond its pre-war stature. From the 1950s onwards, Tokyo's metro and railway network saw significant expansion, culminating in the launch of the world's first dedicated high-speed railway line, the Shinkansen, between Tokyo and Osaka in 1964. The American-led Plaza Accord in 1985 had a devastating effect on Japan's manufacturing sector, leading to an asset price bubble and land redevelopment projects across the city. Tokyo's status as a world city is said to have depreciated greatly during these 3 decades. On September 7, 2013, the IOC selected Tokyo to host the 2020 Summer Olympics, making it the first Asian city to host the Olympic Games twice. However, the 2020 Games were postponed and held from July 23 to August 8, 2021, due to the COVID-19 pandemic. Administration. Tokyo Prefecture is a densely populated Japanese prefecture, with 6,100 inhabitants per square kilometer. Its administrative structure is similar to other prefectures in Japan, with 23 special wards, tokubetsuku, that constituted the city until 1943. Tokyo also includes 26 cities, 5 towns, and 8 villages, each with a local government. The Tokyo Metropolitan Government administers the entire metropolis, headed by a publicly elected governor and metropolitan assembly. The governor of Tokyo is elected every 4 years, and the legislature of the metropolis is called the Metropolitan Assembly, which has one house with 127 seats. The assembly is responsible for enacting and amending prefectural ordinances, approving the budget, and voting on important administrative appointments made by the governor, including vice-governors. Tokyo consists of 62 municipalities, including 23 special wards, 26 cities, 5 towns, and 8 villages. These municipalities have a directly elected mayor and assembly, each elected on independent 4-year cycles. The 3 central wards of Tokyo, Chiyoda, Chua, and Minato are the business core of the city, with a daytime population more than 7 times higher than their nighttime population. The Tama area, located west of the special wards, is known as Western Tokyo and is occupied by the district of Nishitama. Tokyo has numerous outlying islands, which extend as far as 1,850 kilometers, 1,150 miles, from central Tokyo. Local subprefectural branch offices administer them due to their distance from the Tokyo Metropolitan Government's headquarters in Shinjuku. The Izu Islands, a group of volcanic islands, form part of the Fuji-Hakone-Iza National Park and are grouped into 3 subprefectures. The Ogasawara Islands, which include Chichijima, Nishinoshima, Hahajima, Kita-Iwo-jima, Iwo-jima, and Minami-Iwo-jima, also have no permanent population but host Japan Self-Defense Forces personnel. Tokyo has implemented environmental policies to reduce greenhouse gas emissions, with Governor Shintaro Ishihara creating Japan's first emissions cap system. The city, known as an urban heat island, has experienced a 3 degrees Celsius annual mean temperature increase over the past 100 years. In 2006, Tokyo enacted the 10-year project for Green Tokyo to increase roadside trees and add 1,000 hectares of green space. From 2007 to 2010, 436 hectares of green space was created, with 220,000 trees planted. As of 2014, roadside trees in Tokyo have increased to 950,000, and a further 300 hectares of green space has been added. Tokyo serves as the seat of the legislature, executive, and judiciary, as well as the Emperor of Japan. The city has 25 constituencies for the House of Representatives, with 18 won by the ruling Liberal Democrats and 7 by the main opposition Constitutional Democrats. Geography. Tokyo, located northwest of Tokyo Bay, is a city with an average elevation of 40 meters. It is bordered by Chiba Prefecture to the east, Yamanashi to the west, Kanagawa to the south, and Saitama to the north. The city is further divided into special wards and the Tama area with a latitude of 35.65. Tokyo's population density figures are significantly lower than the real figures for the urban and suburban regions of Tokyo. The city and most of Tokyo Prefecture are in the humid subtropical climate zone, with hot, humid summers and mild to cool winters with occasional cold spells. The region experiences a one-month seasonal lag, with the warmest month being August and the coolest being January. Tokyo has a record low temperature of -9.2 degrees Celsius (15.4 degrees Fahrenheit) on January 13, 1876, and a record high of 39.5 degrees Celsius (103.1 degrees Fahrenheit) on July 20, 2004. Annual rainfall averages nearly 1,600 millimeters (63.0 in), with a wetter summer and drier winter. Tokyo often sees typhoons every year, though few are strong. The wettest month since records began in 1876 was October 2004, with 780 millimeters (30 in) of rain. Natural disasters in Tokyo include earthquakes and volcanic eruptions. The Great Kanto earthquake in 1923 killed over 100,000 citizens in Tokyo, making it an extremely active region for smaller quakes and slippage. Tokyo has been hit by powerful megathrust earthquakes in 1703, 1782, 1812, 1855, 1923, and more indirectly in 2011. In summary, Tokyo's population density is significantly higher than the actual population density due to its location and climate. Tokyo, located on the Kanto Plain, has 5 river systems and dozens of rivers that expand during each season. The city has experienced floods in the past, with Typhoon Kathleen in 1947 and Typhoon Ida in 1958 causing significant damage. In the 1950s and 1960s, the government invested 6 to 7% of the national budget on disaster and risk reduction, leading to the construction of dams, levees, and tunnels to manage heavy rain, typhonic rain, and river floods. Tokyo has the world's largest underground floodwater diversion facility, the Metropolitan Area Outer Underground Discharge Channel (MEODC), which was completed in 2006. This system collects excess water from rivers and drains it to the Edo River during floods. Low-lying areas near the Arakawa River are most at risk of flooding. Tokyo's architecture is diverse, with most extant structures built over the past century. Early modern buildings include Shofukuji in Higashi-Murayama, which was constructed in 1407 during the Muromachi period. Edo-era buildings, such as the Tokyo Imperial Palace, temple and shrine buildings, and grand 17th-century buildings, like the Nisa Shrine and Gokokuji, still exist today. Modern architecture began in the Meiji era, with grand brick buildings constantly built across the city until the Great Kanto earthquake in 1923 exposed their weakness to seismic shocks. Concrete architecture emerged in the 1930s, with some buildings still in private hands and open to the public. Chota Ito was a leading figure in this movement, and the imperial crown style, which often features Japanese-style roofs on top of elevated concrete structures, was adopted for the Tokyo National Museum and Kyuden Hall. Contemporary buildings in Tokyo have grown since the 1960s, with at least 184 buildings exceeding 150 meters, 492 feet, as of May 2024. Notable contemporary buildings include Yoyogi National Gymnasium, St. Mary's Cathedral, and the Tokyo Metropolitan Government Building. Other notable contemporary buildings include the Tokyo Dome, Mode Gakuen Cocoon Tower, Roppongi Hills, Tokyo International Forum, and Asahi Beer Hall. Demographics. Tokyo has a population of 13.506 million, with 9.214 million living within its 23 wards. The city's population swells by over 2.5 million during the day, especially in the central wards of Chiyoda, Chua, and Minato. The most populous wards and municipalities are Setagaya, Narima, and Oda, while the least populated are remote island villages. Tokyo's average and median ages are 45.5 years old, making it one of the youngest regions in Japan. In 2021, the youngest municipalities were Mikurajima, Chua, and Chiyoda, while the oldest included Okudama and Miyake. Tokyo has a significant foreign population, with 647,416 registered residents as of January 2024. The most common nationality is English, followed by American and Chinese nationals. Since the end of the COVID-19 pandemic, Tokyo's foreign population has increased significantly, nearly 20% above the January 2022 population. Dialects in Tokyo are primarily Japanese, with two groups, the Yamano dialect and the Shitamachi dialect. The Yamano dialect is spoken in upper and upper-middle-class residential areas, while the Shitamachi dialect is associated with the Kannon district. However, socioeconomic changes and the influx of people moving from other areas have blurred these distinctions. The Hachiho dialect, spoken primarily in Hakujajima and Aogashima, descended from 6th to 8th century Eastern Old Japanese. Bonan English is a Creole spoken in the Ogasawara Islands, derived from English and Japanese. Economy. Tokyo's gross regional product in FY 2021 was 113.7 trillion yen, or $1.04 trillion US dollars, accounting for 20.7% of the country's total economic output. The largest contributors were wholesale and retail, real estate, professional, scientific and technical, information and communications, finance and insurance, manufacturing, and healthcare. Agriculture, forestry and fishery, and mining combined accounted for less than 0.1% of the economic output. Tokyo's economy is heavily dependent on the tertiary sector, making it the second largest metropolitan economy in the world after Greater New York. Tokyo's business districts are concentrated in 4 central wards, Chiyoda, Chua, Minato, and Shinjuku. In 2023, 29 of the Fortune Global 500 companies were headquartered in Tokyo, with around 20 based in Marunouchi. Tokyo has been rated as the most expensive city in the world for 14 years in a row, but due to deflation and low interest rates, the cost of living in Tokyo was 31% cheaper than in New York City in 2023. Tokyo is a major international finance center, housing the headquarters of several of the world's largest investment banks and insurance companies. It serves as a hub for Japan's transportation, publishing, electronics, and broadcasting industries. The Tokyo Stock Exchange is Japan's largest stock exchange, 3rd largest in the world by market capitalization and 4th largest by share turnover. The media industry in Tokyo is the largest in Japan, with a majority of national media companies headquartered in the city. Major newspapers, advertising agencies, telecommunications companies, and anime studios are all based in Tokyo. Tokyo's tourism industry contributes to the city's economic output, with 15.18 million foreign visitors spending 1.26 trillion yen in 2019. The most visited areas include Shibuya, Shinjuku, and Asakusa, as well as the Imperial Palace, National Museum, and National Science Museum. Luxury hotels in Tokyo include the Imperial Hotel, Hotel Shinzanso Tokyo, Hotel Okura Tokyo, and Ritz-Carlton Tokyo. The Toyosu Market, the largest wholesale fish and seafood market in the world, serves 50,000 buyers and sellers daily. Tokyo has 8,460 hectares of agricultural land, ranking last among the nation's prefectures. The market serves retailers, wholesalers, auctioneers, and public citizens, creating a unique microcosm of organized chaos. Tokyo has extensive growths of cryptomeria and Japanese cypress, with 36% of its area covered by forest. However, decreased timber prices, production costs, and advancing old age among the forestry population have led to a decline in Tokyo's output. Tokyo Bay was once a major source of fish, with most of its production coming from outer islands like Izu Oshima and Hachihojima. Transportation. Tokyo, the center of the Greater Tokyo Area, is Japan's largest domestic and international hub for rail and ground transportation. The city has an extensive network of clean and efficient trains, subways, buses, monorails, and trams, with up to 62 electric train lines and more than 900 train stations. Tokyo has the most extensive urban railway network in the world, with JR East operating Tokyo's largest railway network and the Shinkansen high-speed rail lines linking Tokyo and northeastern cities. Tokyo's underground railway network is operated by the privatized Tokyo Metro and the governmental Tokyo Metropolitan Bureau of Transportation. The city once had an extensive tram network, but motorization since the 1950s made it unfit to share busy roads with cars. As of April 1, 2022, the total length of roads in Tokyo is approximately 24,741 kilometers, with a total area of approximately 190.31 square kilometers. Tolls are collected based on the distance traveled, with the Shudo Expressway being the longest at 337.8 kilometers. Airports in Tokyo include Haneda Airport in Oda and Narita International Airport in Chiba Prefecture. Haneda has served as the primary airport for Tokyo since 1931, but the jet age saw an exponential increase in flights, prompting the government to build a second airport. Narita was chosen as the site for this second airport in 1966, but local farmers and left-wing activists protested for over a decade, delaying its opening until 1978. The mainland portion of Tokyo is served by two international airports, Haneda Airport in Oda and Narita International Airport in neighboring Chiba Prefecture. Haneda handled 17.9 million international passengers and 60.8 million domestic passengers in 2023, while Narita was used by 25.4 million international passengers and 7.7 million domestic passengers. Water transport is the primary means of importing and exporting goods and connecting the Tokyo Islands to the mainland. The Port of Tokyo handled 4,430,000 TEU of containers in 2022, making it the 46th largest port in the world. Other major ports in the Greater Tokyo area include the Port of Yokohama and the Port of Chiba. Ferry routes connect landmarks within the mainland portion of Tokyo, such as the Tokyo Cruise Ship and the Tokyo Mizub Line. Education. Tokyo is the educational, academic, and cultural hub of Japan, offering a diverse range of institutions from primary to tertiary levels. With 143 authorized universities in 2020, Tokyo is home to prestigious universities like the University of Tokyo, Tokyo Institute of Technology, Hitotsubashi University, Waseda University, and Keio University. Tokyo University of the Arts is the most prestigious school in the country. In 2024, QS Best Student Cities ranked Tokyo as the second-best city for university students, despite its high-ranking universities and global companies offering internships. Primary and secondary education in Tokyo includes 429 senior high schools, 6 of which are national, 186 public, and 237 private. Some senior high schools, such as Kaisei Academy, Kamaba Junior and Senior High School, University of Tsukuba, Azabu High School, and Oin Junior and Senior High School, provide 6-year educational programs. At the primary level, there are 1,332 elementary schools, with 6 national, 1261 public, and 53 private schools. Most major Japanese learned societies are based in Tokyo, including the Japan Academy, Japan Art Academy, and the Science Council of Japan. These national academies promote scientific research and its application to civilian life. Culture. Tokyo is a city rich in museums, art galleries, libraries, and zoos, offering a diverse range of attractions for various interests. Ueno Park houses the Tokyo National Museum, the National Museum of Western Art, and the National Museum of Nature and Science. Ueno Zoo, one of the 3 zoos in Japan with giant pandas, is also located within the park. Other notable museums include the Artisan Museum in Chua, the National Museum of Emerging Science and Innovation in Odaiba, and the Edo Tokyo Museum in Sumida. The city also boasts several major aquariums, including Shinagawa Aquarium, Tokyo Sea Life Park, Sunshine Aquarium, and Sumida Aquarium. The Sampo Museum of Art in Shinjuku is famous for its sunflowers, while the Tokyo Metropolitan Garden Art Museum showcases the former Tokyo House of Yasuhiko, Prince Asaka. The Railway Museum houses 42 train carriages and locomotives of historical importance, while the Tobacco and Salt Museum in Sumida has one of the world's most extensive collections of tobacco and salt. Tokyo offers a variety of leisure and entertainment options, including numerous theaters, concerts, and sports venues. Nightlife districts like Shibuya, Shinjuku, and Roppongi are centered around bars, clubs, and live music venues. Tokyo is also known for its festivals, such as the Sano Matsuri at High Shrine, the Sanja Festival at Asakusa Shrine, and the biennial Kanda Matsuri. Modern attractions in Tokyo include the Tokyo Skytree in Sumida, the tallest structure in Japan, Odaiba, and the Tokyo Disney Resort. These attractions provide panoramic views of the city from observation decks and offer a variety of activities for visitors. Tokyo, the largest population center in Japan, has been a popular setting for many Japanese movies, television shows, animated series, webcomics, light novels, video games, and comic books. As of 2017, 227 restaurants in Tokyo have been awarded Michelin's first guide for fine dining, with 12 establishments awarded the maximum of 3 stars. Tokyo is home to various natural settings for outdoor activities, such as Okutama and Mount Takao, Kasai Seaside Park, Ueno Park, Inokashira Park, Yoyogi Park, Shinjuku Gyoen National Garden, Koishikawa Korakuen Garden, Rikujian Garden, Hamarikyu Gardens, Kayasumi Garden, Kyushiba Rikyu Garden, Shinzanso Garden, Hapoen Garden, Mukajima Hayakin Garden, and Meiji Jingu Inner Garden. National parks in Tokyo include Chichibu Tamakai, Fuji Hakone Aizu, Ogasawara National Park, Meiji no Mori Takao Quasi-National Park, and Akikawa Kuryo, Hamura Kuzabana Kuryo, Sayama, Takao Jinba, Takayama, and Tama Kuryo Prefectural Natural Parks. Tokyo is also a popular foreign setting for non-Japanese media, with Hollywood directors turning to Tokyo as a backdrop for movies set in Japan. Sports in Tokyo include professional baseball clubs, the Japan Sumo Association, soccer clubs FC Tokyo and Tokyo Verde, rugby union, and basketball clubs like Hitachi Sunrockers, Toyota Alvark Tokyo, and Tokyo Excellence. Tokyo hosted the 1964 Summer Olympics, becoming the first Asian city to host the Summer Games. The National Stadium, also known as the Olympic Stadium, was replaced by the new National Stadium in 2016. Tokyo hosts numerous national and international sporting events, including basketball tournaments, women's volleyball tournaments, tennis tournaments, swim meets, marathons, rugby union and sevens rugby games, soccer exhibition games, judo, and karate. The Tokyo Metropolitan Gymnasium, located in Sendagaya, Shibuya, has played host to several artistic gymnastics world championships, including the 2011 Artistic Gymnastics World Championships. International relations. Tokyo is a founding member of the Asian Network of Major Cities 21 and the Council of Local Authorities for International Relations. It was also a founding member of the C40 Cities Climate Leadership Group. Tokyo's medical and scientific facilities, including the University of Tokyo, collaborate with international institutions, particularly the United States, NASA, and private spaceflight companies. Tokyo universities have working relationships with Ivy League institutions, Stanford, MIT, UC campuses, UNM, and Sandia National Laboratories. Other partners worldwide include Oxford University in the UK, the National University of Singapore, the University of Toronto, and Tsinghua University in China. That wraps up our journey through the vibrant streets of Tokyo. From its futuristic skyline to its deep-rooted traditions, Tokyo is a city that truly bridges the past and the future. I hope you enjoyed exploring this unique blend of culture, technology, and history with us. If you found this video interesting, don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe to Ibn Polo Battuta for more adventures through fascinating cities and cultures around the world. Until next time, keep exploring, keep discovering.